Hello everyone, it is I, Derek, back with another video. In this video, we're actually going to be talking, not really talking, but more of covering things in Fear Tent. If that's paintings, if that's backstories, or if that's even history kind of thing. We will start off with the paintings, because there is 2 paintings that I have. There are technically 3 paintings altogether in the Fear Tent painting line that I have made, but I do not have the small one. The small one is in a different house. So we will just grab that during golf cart season because that's what we use that one for. We will start off with the old one, which is just a sign painting, which just says Fear Tent. It is with Jack's top hat. It's more of Jack's hotel ego right here. It says this is basically what Jack is. Because Jack has magical powers, which is fire. And apparently, his fire is blue. Even though in different stories that I have made, his fire is different colors, so he can do whatever fire pattern he wants. But all my paintings that I have done glow. So if you take a black light, you can tell what they are basically. Like, of course, the ring light's not gonna work, but they are glow. I will show that at the end of the video. But yeah, that is Fear Tent's main sign. We usually have this in front of where Jack hangs out, or whoever is giving out the candy. It's usually Jack though, because Jack is the host of Fear Tent and also the leader of Fear Tent. Next up is a new painting that just got finished actually last night. It was on, I believe we have posted it only on our Fear Tent page group on Facebook, and that is Lilith. Lilith is our main murderer character, I would have to say. She is the killer. She just is violent. She is also the most darkest character that we have because there is no reason that we know of why she is killing. She just kills. There might be more in later, stories that we are going to be making, but as for right now, all we know is that she kills. She's the most violent and the most deadly. So, yeah, there's Lilith. What I iconic weapon is an axe or a butcher knife. But she also glows and all that. We all love how the eyes came out on this, because it definitely gives like that old classic painting stuff and like the old classic haunted house vibes. She has actually been played by 2 different actresses in Fear Tent. She first appeared in 2022. No. Hold on. Yeah, it's actually 2022. As a bride character. Then we decided to recycle the bride and actually make a hotel backstory during 2023 season. And the actress that played her originally could not be there for 2024 season. So she got played by Sarah, who did an amazing job on doing her hotel thing. She, I believe, Lilith was in 2 times during 2024. She was on the golf cart that was dedicated to Fear Tent. For her grand, real announcement kind of thing that she was back. Then she was in our second haunt of 2024 season. Where we were actually doing, it was more of, you were in a story that is actually in one of the Fear Tent files. Which was pretty cool to do an actual whole Fear Tent file haunt. We really loved it. We had so much fun with that one. Because it was also in a different location. We did that one at Chester's Trunk or Treat. So, that was really fun. We had a blast doing that. So, now that paintings are out of the way, let's talk about some characters. let's cover Jack, because Jack is the host, he's the leader, he's the main honcho person. Jack is a Phantom character. That's why his full name is Jack the Phantom. He has, I think, two different stories. One story is he felt like an outsider, and he really just did not want to be in the shadow anymore, so he did this whole type of, like, magician act kind of thing. He was well known for the magician acts. That's why when I'm in his costume, he has the magician hat. He's fully, like, dressed up kind of thing, because, like, he's a magical type of person. In this story, however, he's mostly known for his fire acts. He likes to play with fire. When we in the story, we find out that he's doing this fire act, and he's gonna burn down the whole entire show building that he's in. And he kind of disappears. We don't know where he is. He could be dead. All we know is the whole entire end scene of that story is, if you see a candle and it goes out, you're out of luck. You are dead. That's it. In the newer story, which I'm really not going to get too much into it, we find out more about Jack himself. Why he is the way he is, and all that. We actually will be finding out about Violet's story and James. There's also a main bad villain in that story, but I won't get into that yet. Jack actually had originally appeared in sketch work that we had. He was supposed to be a mascot character that was only seen in artwork and sketches. He was actually originally made, this whole entire idea for the mascot was made because of, we wanted t-shirts. We wanted t-shirts. We started working on it in 2022 when just everything was not going that well. So it was more of just us relaxing and just trying to figure out what to do. He was more of a jack-o'-lantern skeleton kind of character. He had more of a jack-o'-lantern look. He was more of just a monster kind of look. And he had fire coming out of his eyes. Later on, when we started working on the stories, however, we decided to change that whole idea and make him the host of Fear Tent, and just make him a magician. And we kept the fire aspect, and that's like his main magical thing that he does. He's known for his fire. So, as for right now, Jack is definitely the main host. He's the one character that everyone knows right off the bat when we're talking about Fear Tent. And everyone at Horseshoe Echoes knows about it and all that. Jack is loved. We found that out. We did a whole type poll on who's everyone's favorite character, and right now he's in the lead. Next up is Lilith, because she is she's more the villain. Like, if we had to put a whole type of villain and hero story together in iHaunt, we would have Lilith go head to head with Jack. They kind of balance each other out. Lilith is a mortal character, as we know. She likes to kill for the fun. She just does that, and she likes it. She originally was an idea that my sister came up with, who plays her in the 2022 Haunt. As you know, 2022's Haunt is not on our YouTube channel. And we have reasons for this. It's more of, we just did not like this year whatsoever. We did not have a haunt. It was more just an inflatable kind of thing. We just had a bunch of inflatables. Luckily, someone was able to be there and take the main place of handing out and all that. Handing out all the candy and all that stuff. At that time, she was not named in the Fear Tent universe. She was just this bride character. The reason why someone was dressed up as a bride to begin with, though, was we had plans for 2 different haunts that year. The first haunt was Face Your Horrors, which was a field-based haunt where there was 3 main fields that a lot of people are scared of, which was spiders, clowns, and frickin' dolls. In this haunt, there was supposed to be a ringmaster, and this is where James first appeals as an idea. So, we were working on this haunt idea, and then we realized this was too much work for our second haunt. This would be a later on haunt, which we still have put on the shelf. It's still on the shelf, still there. We do want to return this idea eventually. The second version of the 2022 haunt was this dark ride aspect, where you would go into this dark ride. You will run into 2 Ghostface and Jason. You would also run into a bride. This bride character, however, was supposed to be like an animatronic bride, where she would kind of test tricks and move and just look like she's an actual like animatronic. And then when you get really close, that's when you realize, oh no, she's a natural person. The whole entire story for this was, it's actually in one of the file cases. The file case is Ring Ring, and it's about 2 ghost faces. And the reason why Jason's here is because you are in the Crystal Lake area. They have decided to do this dark ride, haunt, fair kind of thing going on. And these 2 ghost faces have decided to camp out in the dark ride. They thought it would be a perfect way to, end people. Turns out, bad idea, Jason's there. And that's when the whole entire twist takes place, and you are trying to escape this dark ride without getting killed by Ghostface or Jason. So that's basically when this whole entire idea took place. It was supposed to be, that's why she was dressed up as a bride that year. It was very random due to the fact that in the haunt that year, it was just a bunch of inflatables in this bride character. But that is the reason for her being there, and that is why in our New Year's post that we did, the 2 ghost faces were in 2022 spot as well. So that is how that went. We really just liked the whole idea of having a bride, because some of our haunt-based content stuff is definitely heavily based off the Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion is such a great dark ride and all that, and we really wanted our own kind of bride character. So that is why when you look at Lilith, she has a bunch of similarities to her deceased husband. Deceased husband being the head and the kind of axe thing, and Constance is a hatchery. Kind of, so it's a hatch, not all that. But yeah, that is why she has a bunch of similar features in a way to Constance Hatchery. Okay, now let's mention James. James is the ringmaster, as we mentioned in the 2022 haunt. The original idea was you would run into a ringmaster that's in the clown area of the original script. We actually do have this original concept on our computer. He was supposed to appear more as trying to lead you into the haunt. He was supposed to be the first area of this hotel maze that we will have set up. When this idea was ditched, we definitely wanted to keep the hotel ringmaster idea. So we did. It was, I think, in the original thing, because as you guys know, the Fear Tent files have been changed, but the hotel case closed aspect of the Fear Tent files is because it is telling you when this character first appeared and all that. It was, I believe, 2022 is when it, like, we decided to make this thing happen on the Fear Tent Files. But it could also be 2023. Because I do know we were working on... Hold on. So James's character, the Ringmaster, he is the Ringmaster. He made his debut fully with the updated Earth. Hold on. Lilith, not Lilith. Fucking Murray. No, okay. Sorry about that. There's a cat, and they were looking at me, so I wanted to see if they wanted to come in here or not. Yes, I know you're in here, Trix. Hi. Oh, the such. Okay. But James was fully designed to be, like, when we fully designed his character idea, he was definitely gonna be, originally, he was made to be this character of, like, the clown area and, like, the circus area, because a lot of people in the haunt community really like the carnival aspect. So we made him for that. Then when we were thinking about it, we decided to make James best friends with Jack the Phantom. This hotel idea was more because they have very similar vibes. They both start with J. They both have this magical gift. James is mind control. He can control people's minds and make them think things. And we thought that would be really cool to mix with Jack for the best friendship and all that. So at the hotel thing, we decided to put James next to Lilith for the golf cart parade that we were doing. He is played by my best friend Brendan, who has been on this channel before. Which is the best part about all this, is James is played by my best friend, and I am Jack, who plays, so that way it really goes well when we're talking to each other, because you definitely can tell the best friend vibe is there. We have decided to put James next to Jack in all of the icons. He is more of the person that guards the main entrance. That way, when he steps out of the way, you can go in to the haunt kind of thing. So it was a really great way to show off two of the 15 characters for the golf cart parade. James was originally going to be when we fully start booking days to set up the haunt. He was definitely more supposed to be as this character to be if we had the haunt on the same day, he would take over that haunt while Jack is at the other haunt kind of thing, because they're both equally lined up. But we have been talking about not doing that original idea and actually making it, making it where Lilith is that person instead. As you guys know, Sarah is no longer going to be in Fear Tent. She is moving. So Lilith won't be coming back for a little while until we find a new actress to play Lilith. So, with that said, this is much in the future kind of idea. Next up is Violet. Violet is more of the horror version of the Purge character kind of vibe. She was first thought up of in our 2023 haunt. She was played by my sister. In our 2023 haunt, it was supposed to be a horror movie kind of vibe. It was supposed to be a fun little way to see, more of just have fun with this film. We had me dressed up as Phantom of the Opera, and in the front grill, just giving out candy and all that. Jack's actual outfit that I wear for his character is actually the Phantom of the Opera's character that I had. We thought it would be kind of cool to do that. That way we don't need to buy another suit or anything like that. But also in the story of Jack, in the new story that we're working on, he actually been wearing this suit before anything. This suit has been like his first debut kind of thing. So we thought it would make sense that he would use this suit. He's also, the Phantom of the Opera's character also has a mask over his face and all that I was doing. And we decided to, it's not the exact same mask, but it is a mask nonetheless that we use for the character Jack. So yeah. But when you go into this haunt, you will run into Freddy Krueger, which was like a female version of Freddy Krueger. Played by Trinity, and then you would run into Jason as well. Those were the whole time main characters inside this haunt. They were supposed to be going head-to-head kind of thing, like Freddy vs. Jason vibe. When you exit this haunt, this is when you meet the Purge Killer. And when you exit this area, you would hear the hotel noises to indicate that the Purge has begun. And that's when this character comes running at you kind of thing. Not really running, we did more like the skip and gallop kind of thing going on. This character was really fantastic. It was such a good character to have at the end haunt. And we decided to just keep this character as an actual character into the Fear Tent Trials. So when Fear Tent season ended, we decided to make a horror story for her. So her name's Violet. She was originally kind at first until her boyfriend cheated on her on the Friday the 13th. And this basically made her snap, and she went on a killing spree, killing her husband and a bunch of other people. Basically, that's how that story goes. On top of things, this character is not shown that much, but she's a fantastic character. We really just love having her be in the Fear Tent universe because she is not as evil as Lilith is, but she is a fantastic killer character that we have. Next up is Jasmine. Jasmine's also one of the characters that we have played around with from the Fear Tent universe that we have. She is played by Trinity. There's not really much on this character. She is just a person that had a lot of money and got killed basically because of that money. Best part about this, though, is this is when her story was the one that we used for second haunt of 2024. It was so her story is basically she got killed at this dance that she decided for just to show that she's wealthy and all that. She decided to do a masquerade kind of dance on Halloween night. However, she didn't know her husband hired someone to kill her. And this is when this is the only way Lilith is connected to the Fear Tent characters. Because she is not actually like a Fear Tent member. She's just this crazy bride character that comes and goes as she please. But the husband hired Lilith to kill his wife. We don't fully know that, but it's definitely there kind of thing. So she gets murdered, and all that. The only way we actually know that Lilith is connected is by the end of the story we find out Jack has kind of been staying on this site. He comes and goes as he pleases, like always. But he has an interest in Jasmine. We really don't know much. It could be Jasmine might have some type of magical powers like Jack has and James has. That is making him kind of want to know a little bit more about the character, or it could be something different. It's really a mystery on that piece. But yeah, this is when this takes the place in the second haunt that we did that year. So Jasmine was the first character that when you walk into this haunt, you see her right off the bat. She is chained up and asks for help before she gets murdered. You walk past Jasmine, and you have to push your way through this area. In the original idea, Lilith would be kind of happily insane there. It lasted for a little bit until Lilith kind of did take off, actually. So, as you can tell, Lilith doesn't really work properly. She kind of has to do her own thing. So instead, we actually had two helpers that set up the haunt for us, and we got them dressed up, and they got in that spot of just filling that area, which does not make any sense with the original story that we had, but we had to do something because Lilith took off. So that is basically the main characters. They're all more characters, but these are the characters that we love, and we kind of love playing around with them. Like, if you went onto the Facebook page that we have for this, you would see that Lilith has gone through 2 different outfits. Alright, so those are basically the characters that everyone has kind of fell in love with in a way and have been out there. There are a bunch of other characters from the Fear Hunt Files, but these are the ones that have been used in the haunt and have been kind of played around with and all that, and have different outfits, as we know. Like Lilith, in the original debut that we had for her, she was in an all-white wedding dress kind of vibe. Later on, we have decided to twist this character to be more of what would happen if she got sent to HE-double hockey sticks. So yeah, that is where this entire kind of switch came from, if you were kind of curious why she has 2 different outfit designs. But yeah, those are basically the characters that we like. Oh, Trix is on the move. With that said, if you want to know more about Fear Hunt's history and all that, go ahead and go onto our Facebook page, because there we have posts about all the who plays who and all that. So they have their own posts. We might post them on the post area on YouTube, so you guys can look at those. But that is all I have to say about that. Next week will be probably the last video for a little while, if I do not decide. There is a Murray. Come here, Murray. I want the Murray. This is Waylan. She is one of the actresses that we had in Fear Hunt. She played. What characters have you played? You played the murderous.
I played a murderous person, and I also played a victim of the
Lilith.
That person.
She got killed.
Yeah.
She was. This is where the switch came in when Lilith took off, and she took she took the main room area along with another actress that we had in that room. That is where she came from, and we've been working on ideas to have more little people, like how Waylon is. She's not tall and all that, so we're working on a whole story. Maybe Jack sends people up HE double hockey sticks or something like that.
Are you shorter than me right
I'm sitting. This is Maria. She's the beautiful
now?
Maria.
She's a fluffy baby who likes tummy rubs.
She's the beautiful Maria.
Should I bring Lilith in? Since we're talking about Lilith?
This was actually named after the cat that we have in the house.
Should I bring her in?
Sure.
Okay, I'll go grab Lilith.
Okay. But yeah. This was more named just because when I was working on this character, she was there.
Ugh, I hear a meowser coming in.
No, we did not like
I'm just
that.
going to come into the screen and show
This
off Lilith.
is Lilith. So when I was working on the Bird's character's names, she was in front of my face, and that's when I was like, you know what, we would name the character based off you.
She's just a little fluffy kitty.
In reality, she does not tend to kill people.
No. Well, she can be a bit of a menace, biting people's noses and scratching people's faces, but that's about it.
But yeah, kitty cats.
Meow.
Okay, Marie. Bye, Marie.
Now you get to hold a Lilith.
Oh, bye, Lilith.
They say, sayonara.
With that said, because cats are leaving, and the window has decided to open
can I
up.
fix that for you? Let me just...
With that said, bye now.